Okay, so I'm just gonna give you guys an update. My fan in my kitchen automatically came on because it's a little bit smoky throughout the kitchen and in the living room and the house.
What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Don't keep up with the Joneses.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Jones home. It is time for an episode of Cooking with Chrystle. If you don't know what that is, it's the time that we get to try fun new recipes, and I'm excited because we are going to be trying wontons. I'm going to be making wontons in 3 different ways. Now listen, I know that seems a little bit ambitious, but I was like, man, these things are like so easy to make. I could do it. So I'm going to be making chicken wontons. Chicken Philly, that's what I'm going to do. Chicken Philly wontons. That's why I got these peppers. And I'm going to do jalapeno popper wontons. And I'm going to do like a shrimp and chicken wonton. So 2 of them are going to be fried. 1 of them is going to be like boiled like a soup. That's going to be like the shrimp one. We'll see how it all works together. So, this is the thing. I am going to be making some substitutions and stuff, which happens, and you'll get to know that as you get to know me. Obviously not substituting the wonton wrappers because you need that. That's the base. So to find recipes, I go on like Pinterest and I scroll through. I look at multiples and I find I put together what I think is the best combination for the best end result. They were saying like, oh, you should like ground the chicken and whatever you put in your wontons so it's almost like a paste. But that seems weird to me, so I'm just gonna chop it. I'm not gonna do that. I got seasonings, stuff. Now, this is the other thing. So for the jalapeno popper ones, I didn't have jalapenos and I like using what I have. I have candied jalapenos. And I was like, man, that's probably only gonna make it even better because who don't like spicy and sweet and spicy, you know? I haven't tasted these yet, so I'll probably taste one before I, smells good. Actually, let me see. Let me just taste one of these before I actually like use it, so I just have an idea, you know, of like, it's like a seed there, but I ain't afraid of no spice. That's hot. Feeling the back of my throat. Oh Jesus. Okay. But that's finna be good though. So also, I have cream cheese that I'll use maybe for some of them, but the thing is, my husband don't really like cream cheese. So I got this ranchero Mexican queso fresco cheese. And the reason I got it is because I was like, I like queso. I like the white queso. And it seemed like a soft cheese, kind of like cream cheese be soft. So I was like, probably this will work, right? Like, we'll see. I got some bacon. My husband don't eat bacon, so I'm only gonna put bacon in some of them. And I got some dipping sauce. I bought the sauce because who's gonna be making sauce? Like, not me. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's start cooking. The first thing we're gonna do is make all the like separate ingredients that going to go into the various wonton wrappers. So first I'm gonna do my bell peppers. Now if you didn't know, this is the best way to cut a bell pepper, y'all. Cut that top off and then do like this, and then boom, you don't gotta deal with all them seeds. Like, see, it could just peel off like that. So now you don't gotta deal with all that seed foolishness, you know. And now I'm cutting up an onion because I feel like I really like onions. There's a lot of onion. It's gonna work itself out. That's the #1 rule of cooking, really, that I feel that I have, is like, it always works itself out. So even if you're like in the middle of making something and it seems like, man, this isn't going right, this is going wrong, just remember it always works itself out most of the time. always, for the most part. Okay, you guys, so now I cut up those vegetables. Now I'm gonna cut my shrimp that I thawed. I'm cutting it before I cook it. Now, I've never cooked like minced shrimp before, so this will be interesting, but it'll work itself out. Now, as you can see, I am cutting my chicken, and that like white thing, I think it's called like a tenderloin or something. Tendon, loin, tendon, I don't know. Anyways, like it's like thick. Just kind of cut around that. You gonna know what it is because it's hard to cut. Just get rid of that part. You don't need it. So I was at first like cutting this bacon with a knife, and then I realized it's really hard to kind of cut like raw bacon into small pieces. So I just got my kitchen shears. So now I'm literally cutting the bacon. So I would say just do that. Like just cut it like this. That'll make it easier to do. And then after that, I just kind of just start like using the scissors to chop it up even smaller pieces. All right, y'all, so that was way more prep than I planned for, but it's finally time to start cooking. So I put a little oil. Now I'm gonna put a little garlic, and then I was like, maybe I need a little more garlic. So boom, a little more garlic. So I'm gonna cook that up a little bit. Then first I'm gonna start with cooking my mixed vegetable trio, the like peppers and onions. And when it get nice and fragrant and they start looking translucent, that's how you know it's done. And then I'm going to make the shrimp first. And so, you know, get that going. And then once it turns like pink, that's how you know it's done. But don't overcook it because nobody likes tough shrimp, you know. And then I'm going to do the chicken last because, you know, salmonella. So, you know, just chopping it up. I definitely had to make sure I was like chopping the chicken like this to keep it from clumping together, you know, and being too big of pieces. And then lastly, I'm making the bacon. And I did rinse out the pan before I made the bacon because, you know, salmonella and all. But, so yeah, now I'm making the bacon and, you know, just make sure that's done, but not like bacon bits. And then I'm actually making a base for my broth now because I told you some of the wontons is going to be like in the soup. So I'm using this chicken bouillon, not chicken bouillon, chicken broth, so that I can add the flavor because, you know, you just don't want it to be like not flavorful. And now I'm adding this chicken bouillon, these little seasonings packets. And so go ahead, put that in there and, you know, just getting it nice and seasoned up. And I'm adding in some onions because, you know, I like onions, some pepper. With the amounts, just do what feels good. All right, you guys. So I'm not going to lie. The preparation took a bit longer than I anticipated. But we have made it. We are here now. We have our ingredients for our bowls, for our wontons. I'm going to mix them up. I'm going to season them. And that's going to be that. So the first one that I know I'm going to do is the, what's this one? The Philly chicken. So that's what I made this green mixture for. So I'm just going to put all of these bell peppers and onions. Oh no, I was going to say some of these bell peppers and onions for the shrimp one. That's enough. You'll notice I don't really use measurements, and that's because I feel like it's more like kind of how you feel like, do you like a lot or a little of green peppers and onions? Do you know? And I know like sometimes it's a thought of like, oh, but is the ratio gonna be off? Not really, doesn't matter. It like comes together the way it's supposed to. That's how I feel when I cook. So I don't really use measurements. I just go kind of like, oh, this seems probably right. So I ended up using 2 chicken tenders because it was like, this is a lot of chicken. So I just ended up chopping 2 chicken tenders. So that was probably like 1 chicken tender. And then I'll put the other chicken tender in the one that I'm going to do for the shrimp and the chicken. Let's say 1.5 chicken tenders for this one. And half a chicken tender for the chicken and shrimp one. So I could really just do the shrimp right here. That's going to go in that bowl. And then this is going to be the jalapeno popper bowl. And I need one more bowl because I'm going to do some that have bacon for me and some with no bacon for my husband. So just going to stir this up. Nobody has allergies in my house, so it's okay to use this same spoon until I deal with the bacon because my husband does not eat bacon, so you know, don't want to mix that. But other than that, it's fine. So there's that. And then I do want to get my jalapeno popper bowl going. So let me. Really excited about these because I had no idea how good these tasted. That's probably enough. How many am I making? That's the question. I don't know. We'll say that's enough for that one. And then let me get one more bowl. This will be the bowl for mine with the cream cheese and the bacon. So that's enough. And remember, I told you we make it sweet and spicy jalapeno poppers because these are candied jalapenos. So that's exciting. Okay, so now we have our 4 bowls for the different ones. Oh, this is the one. You know what? I think I need to. These look like they're probably going to be too big, but I'm kind of done cutting. I don't want to cut anything else. I'm done with that. So I'm just going to like fork cut these a little bit so that I'm just kind of like mashing it. They're soft because they've been candied, so they're able to like do this. But if you're using regular jalapenos, probably gonna have to use a knife. Let me add my bacon to my bacon one. I made a lot of bacon. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Now, seasoning. So little pepper. Jalapeno one, I don't think that I need no seasoning. It got the jalapenos. That's it. I always like using Badia because I feel like it got a lot of seasoning, so just a little of that. I have onion powder, but I put real onions, so garlic and parsley. I'm gonna put a little of that. Now I do have some like Asian inspired seasoning. It has sesame oil. I'm gonna put some of that. Gives that Asian flavor. And I'm only doing these to the ones with the meat, not the jalapeno popper one. So let's stir that up. Now comes the part where I'm going to be adding the cheese to these. Oh, it's like juicy. It's like juicing out a little bit. Let's taste it. This cheese. You chop some of this cheese up because I'm gonna mix it for the jalapeno popper one. So there's that. Mix that up. Just like get it all combined together. So that's like, I'm forking it to like kind of chop it. Now for my poppers, I'm gonna just use the traditional cream cheese because I like cream cheese. It doesn't bother me. Use a spoonful. I made some of this cheddar cheese to put for the Philly cheesesteak one. So let's mix all this together. when I see people make these, they say brush, you know, the edges with the water. And you want to get a nice seal. That's important. That's what they say. So I think these might be opening up. Not sure. Maybe cover it. I don't really know. Or maybe that's, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you guys an update. My fan in my kitchen automatically came on because it's a little bit smoky throughout the kitchen and in the living room and the house. My oil got too hot. Now, one of the things I love about cooking in my Dutch oven is that it retains the heat, but it also, I guess, like keeps getting hotter. But it's a little smoky. I felt like I had put the oil on like medium heat just to preheat it. I don't know how it got so hot. So I hear Ricky's keys. I think he's going to get some food. Are you going to get food? He's giving up on my meal, you guys. I'm not giving up on my meal. I prepped this. It took me forever. I've actually been doing this for like, I feel like an hour and a half now. And I am committed. I'm going to see it through. Smoky though, not gonna lie, it's a lot of smoke. Whew. Okay, so I had to let the oil cool down, and I did that. I have it at, it's like 330 degrees now, so I would ideally like about 350, but it's gonna heat back up to that. I have turned the heater back onto like a low, medium, low heat, because I know this is gonna keep heating. So I'm excited because now I'm ready to drop my wontons, and I'm confident that it's gonna work itself out because it always does. There was a little smoke, but it's starting to, it's not really clearing out yet, but it will. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna cover it up because I think that's gonna help it cook. Y'all see this fried perfection? Pretty, golden, crispy. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be amazing. Ricky will rue the day that he decided to leave a good sushi, because these are gonna be amazing. He might not rue the day because he still will get to taste it, but still, rue the day. Okay, you guys, so admittedly, we went through some things, some challenges to end up here, but when I look at my final dish, I can't help but to be happy with what I have accomplished. It's still a little smoky, the smoke is still clearing out, but I mean, look at these wontons, y'all. They are fried to absolute perfection. They look amazing. My soup, as I suspected, some of the wontons did break open, but not all of them. Like, this one is still intact. So, I mean, some is just like, oh, I make it a little easier because it's already open for it. So, let me try one. I have my chili, what is it, sweet chili sauce, and then I have duck sauce. I'm glad I decided to just buy the sauces. I feel like if I had tried to make them myself, I would have got in over my head. So, I'm glad I didn't do that. It's good. I would say, how do they put more filling in here? Wow, they're bursting open. But maybe that's why a lot of people do egg rolls, not wontons. That crunch is amazing. The flavor is there, y'all. If anything, I'll probably put more cheese. Let me try one of my jalapeno poppers. Duck sauce, sweet chili, duck sauce, sweet chili. I'm gonna do duck sauce first. That's good. And you know what? Because of the sweet and spicy that I already have with the jalapeno peppers, I don't even think I need duck sauce. Oh, it's good. I did that. Okay, on to the soup. First, let's taste the makeshift broth. It's chickeny. I would say maybe I probably don't need to add that chicken bouillon packet if I'm already using chicken broth. But if you're using regular water, add that chicken packet seasoning. Let's taste one of these deconstructed wontons. It's good. It's like wonton soup with a lot more chicken flavor. I feel like I totally nailed this. So, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you see more fun new recipes with me, the adventures of cooking with Chrystle. And yeah, hit subscribe and enjoy.